Damn. You know how life just kind of catches up to you weird and you're just doing all this, you get sidetracked so easily. It's like every time I wanted to sit down and get this review out there, something came up. New reveals, new this, new that, life stuff. Like everything just kind of caught up with me really quickly. And I finally was able to sit down and put together a review, this review in particular. And I wanted to give a shout out to Rob. Rob, you know who you are. My man hit me up on IG and said, hey, you still want a Serpentor? Let me know. And, we talked it out. We made a great deal. He gave it to me for a great price. Shipped it to me. It arrived in my home. And yeah, this review is for Rob, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it so much. And seriously, this is what this community is all about. Being a community, looking out for each other. And this is a review long overdue and long in the making. So without further ado, let's discuss G.I. Joe Classified number 57, Serpentor and the Air Chariot. But before we continue, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let's start the show. So I think we need to start off with talking about the box art, because once again, this is one of those where it's 100% on brand with what we want from G.I. Joe Classified. From the front to the back, everything. The artwork is fan-freaking-tastic. It's amazing. Like, you just get the feeling that this dude is just epic. That this figure, this set, is going to be freaking epic. And then you open it up, and holy crap, it's freaking epic. Like, the whole presentation of this thing is just absolutely out of control. It's amazing. I mean, the way the weapons are splayed out, the way it's just the artwork, everything, just, it all comes together amazingly. And I mean, this is before I even touch the figure. This is what you're getting right out the box. So speaking of which, let's get the accessories out and let's take a closer look. So once again, as you all know, I'm a simp for accessories. Like, I love options for my action figures. And this guy, they didn't skimp on the accessories. I gotta say, they didn't skimp. From his staff to his, retractable claw. It's not really retractable, but, you get two of them. So that I guess that gives the illusion of them being retractable. His staff, his sword, his spear, his snake spear that he used to stab Duke in the heart and put him in a coma. Yeah, only reason that happened, as some of you may know, some of you may not know, the only reason that happened is because I think it was like the year before they killed off Optimus Prime and everybody lost their minds. So you can't kill Duke. You can't kill the face of the of the cartoon. So but it's always fun to simulate, right? And he even comes with replacement parts for his helmet, so that you can get the full mobility from the figure. I mean, me personally, I'm not that big of a fan of the mobile version of his helmet where you can get the articulation out. I'm not a big fan of that one. I kind of like the standard, like, just head straight, looking regal and majestic and crazy, psychotic Serpentor helmet. I think that, to me, that's more my speed. Some people like the mobility and the posability. I just want him looking straight on, imposing. That's what I want him to look like. It's just, he's looking straight at you, imposing. And God, is he an imposing figure? First of all, he's gigantic. And then second of all, that face. Oh man, what a just well done face sculpt. I mean, the what is it, the photoreal technology as they call it, whatever they're doing with these face sculpts, outside of Falcon and CoverGirl, outside of those, they're doing great. They have just absolutely been knocking it out the park. This is a tremendous face sculpt. Now, some people think it's enhanced after you remove the helmet and place on the more enhanced articulated helmet. Still, I just like the standard vanilla pose helmet. Now for the air chariot. Wow. Just wow. This thing is just great. It's freaking great. It's like from the guns, the ammo clips in the side, the articulated snake mouth on the front, fully equipped with fangs. The boosters having actual color to them, the vents having color, like the gold paint, they really went out of their way to just give this thing the correct accents. No BS, no, oh, let's try this look, let's try that look. No, they gave this thing the correct accents, and they gave it the correct proportions in my mind, because this thing just, it pops. It pops. Unlike a lot of other things, like, what is it, the ram cycle and the coil cycle, which, they're cool, but they don't pop as vehicles. There's nothing amazing about them as vehicles. They just look okay. This thing has a presence to it. And speaking of presence, we can't talk about presence without talking about Serpentor's posing. And let's be honest here, his posing is the standard fare for G.I. Joe Classified. And that's the reason why G.I. Joe Classified is superior to a lot of other lines, because the posing is phenomenal. Like, if you think about it, there's a lot of different poses you can get this guy into without even really having to break a sweat. Like, yeah, granted, I had to warm this guy up a couple of times upon receiving him, and I think Rob had to warm him up once when he first got him. So I think worth it. If I have to warm it up every now and then just to get it to get to where I want it to be, so be it. But man, this guy has all the bells, all the whistles. He can get in pretty much all poses that you want to get him into for a big burly monster kind of figure. Oh, and another thing Rob did, he put some wiring in the cape, so I can actually get some pretty majestic poses out of the cape. So yeah, once again, thank you, man. Like, everything you could ask for, he can do now. Now let's check out the size comparisons. And I think we should start off with the size comparison for the two people we would hope would have gotten it on in the movie, Sergeant Slaughter and Serpentor. And they look pretty good together. Like, I gotta say, they both look really, really good together, all things considered. And here he is next to some Cobra figures. We have Crocmaster, one of my previous reviews. We have Zartan, Major Blood, and Cobra Commander. And here he is next to some Joes. We got Stalker, Roadblock, and my last review, Tiger Force Recondo. So yeah, final thoughts. Yeah, everything everyone said about this figure, I feel like, is an understatement. This honestly is the best of G.I. Joe Classified. I'm extremely happy to add this to my collection. This should have been added a long time ago, and I flaked on it, and honestly, I'm just pissed at myself that I did. But you know what? It's here now, and I'm extremely grateful to add this one to my collection. So yeah, with that, Make sure you check out the community tab if you need to add any figures to your collection. I post all the pre-orders that come up. I post all the deals that I find, and I post any restocks that I hear about. And also make sure you check out the Amazon link in the description. If you need to buy anything from Amazon, just click on the link and buy away, and Amazon will pay me a small commission for everything you purchase. So yeah, with that, be safe, be good, and it's the Drunken Prime, cracking open another beer and signing off.